Hello, everyone. So I'm moving into a new college home here soon, and I thought it'd be fun to have a home bar in it. And I thought rather than buying one, I could try and build one. So here's kind of the story I went through to make it. So my initial idea is I was kind of wanting an L shape to maximize the people that could sit around the bar. And to do this, I thought I would use wooden pallets. So as you can see pictured here, I was able to get those from a local company. Obviously, the bar's going to look a lot different this. I just got this piece of wood as a picture, but I'm going to get some slabs of wood to put on top. So first things first here, I started by sanding the pallets. They were pretty nasty looking, and I preferred this finished look, so you can kind of see where I've sanded and haven't. Sanding all around, and I just repeated this for all of the skids. And then here, kind of skipped forward a bit. I got the wood from the local store, got it cut to shape, and also sanded both pallets. So this is kind of the idea I have for the bar top. Not finished yet, but you can see it's 2 layers with a slanted piece on front. Could get actual bar rail for that, but decided to just get some trim. And then here I'm showing how I attached the 2 skids together. I used L brackets, and a big emphasis here is I wanted it to be easy to take apart as I'm building it in my garage, and then later I'm going to disassemble it and reassemble it in the house. And here's some just more shots of how we assembled it. You can see the L brackets holding the 2 skids together, and then L brackets holding the bar top to the skids. And then here's another shot of the bar top. And now I was thinking of ideas to assemble. I had this rope I was thinking I could put as a front trim, but ended up deciding to go with the simple flat trim for a flush look. So here's shots of after I fully assembled the bar top, which all I did to do that is I just used wood glue to glue the top layer down to the bottom, and also used wood glue to attach the trims all over the place. And then here you can see I wanted storage as part of the bar, so I added some shelving. All I did there was just add 2 vertical 2x4s, use some leftover wood from the bar top, and put 2x2s as the front lips, and just screwed them down to the front and to the back to the wooden pallets. Here I am going around again. Like I said, I wood glued the trim on the front and this rope trim on the back, which I thought would be kind of a neat look. You can see that shot there. I added a triangle shelf in the middle as well. So now's the time to stain it. So here I am. I've just collected all my materials. Stain, and also right here I'm gonna add the silicone as a extra sealant in cracks. And I also decided to add studs to these front trims to kind of hold them in place more. Here's another shot of that triangle shelf I mentioned, and here's all my materials. Also, I added these triangles. The bar was shaking quite a bit and it wasn't very stable, so I glued these in. I glued like 12 in to add some stability, and it shakes a lot less now. Still a little bit of shake in it, but I'm going to work on that in the future. And I should mention, by no means am I an expert stainer, so I apologize for any mistakes I make, but I thought the bar top turned out great with the stain. I love the way this looks, and very deep. I went with a dark walnut here, and you can kind of see the miter cut for where I did 2 sections on the bar top. Here's a pan of it. So like I said, I'm not an expert. You might see some streaks in the top, which is where I was doing different sections of the bar top. This is a fun kind of way to work on my staining ability. I definitely think I improved because of this, and I'm more confident I could do a better job if I were to do a similar project to this in the future. And so I also stained the shelves as long with the bar top. I went for the easy kind of important surfaces first. Obviously the bar top needs to look the best. This rope was extra difficult to stain. I really had to get the bristles of the brush to go in there, and it was kind of hard to wipe away all the extra stain. And then the trim here, there's splotches that are miscolored. I think it's because it's a different wood. It didn't soak up the same, so you can kind of see there where it's miscolored. And then skipping ahead again, here we go. I went ahead and stained the rest of it. This was a lot harder to stain than the bar top, so I made some mistakes, but I'm still happy with how it turned out. And as you'll see, I also added a footrest down here at the bottom, so comfort while sitting, but also it doubles by adding extra support to the bar. So as I was saying, it was shaking still a little bit. Now it shakes nearly not at all, which I'm very happy with. Glad I added that. All I did with that was just L bracket and screwed it. I have some extra pieces of trim here I might add to the shelves to keep stuff from falling off. Same with that. And I also added this extra shelf over here, kind of as a sub bar top, to make it easier to mix things rather than having to reach up on top of the main bar top when you're behind the bar. And I stained that. For that, all I did was screw it up to the bottom of the bar top and down. And here you can see I added this silicone. I don't think it was necessary as I used a polyurethane coat. As I'm showing here, this is what I used, a stain and varnish dark walnut and a polyurethane coat. And then I added silicone into the cracks, which realistically probably wasn't necessary, but now I know. And you can see here the triangle cut, and this is really where the silicone kind of shows through, because I think the polyurethane kind of saturated that crack, and then when I put silicone in it, it just kind of set on it and separated. So it doesn't look amazing, but I'm still happy with how it turned out. So that's one thing I would improve. Another thing, I don't know if I enjoy this rope very much. It was very hard to stain, and it came out looking okay. And also it was hard to secure because I put studs through it as well as the front trim. And at times I was a little worried it might crack. But all in all, I'm extremely happy with how this turned out. I thought the stain color, great stain color. Highly recommend the dark walnut. I would definitely pick this color again. And also, I didn't do a great job at concealing the screws. You might see some here and there. And as I'm showing there, I added silicone pretty much at every crack. Obviously, if any water gets down in there, that's going to cause some heavy damage to the bar. And as a bar top, it's going to be susceptible to a lot of spills and a lot of water damage. So I wanted to make sure it was waterproof. So as I said, I wanted to make sure it was easy to disassemble. So here it is disassembled. Another thing I wish I would have done differently, I wish I would have stained it while it was disassembled. You can see I missed a lot of spots, and I would have done a much better job staining while it was disassembled. It would have been easier maneuver, less parts to do at once. So that's another thing I would improve. And for the disassembly, essentially the bar top comes off, each skid comes apart, and the shelves come off. Biggest piece to transport the bar top. Here's some final shots of it. Very fun project, and I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.